Hey, how's it going everybody? It's me, Scott. Welcome back to One Last Hand. Welcome back to ISS Vanguard Episode 2. If you haven't watched Episode 2, I would recommend clicking in the playlist link in the description. That will take you to the playlist for this whole series. And if you enjoy it, then please hit the subscribe button. That really does help. But we have returned from our first mission. It was kind of a mix between tutorial and non-tutorial, but we're now doing the ship section. I hope today that we'll be able to do this ship section fairly quickly, and then we can jump down to another planet. But we have returned. The first page of this book is about saving or loading a save game. We've already kept it saved, really. So install bridge cards. Take all the bridge cards. We have none, so we don't have to do any there. Generate command and energy pools. I've already done this. So we look at our objective here. Hopefully this will show us a little bit better. You can see we get 2 command points and 1 situation. So I've taken a random situation and I've taken our command tokens. We also get our tech level. So that's 3. So I've taken 3 tech tokens, which are these ones here, these ones being your command tokens, and it also tells us to grab our supply of success tokens that we've got here. Okay, what's next after that? It says check situations, take all situations out of the awaiting. We didn't have any. Draw a new situation by indicated by your current card, so that's what we've done. If morale is very low, draw 1 additional. So morale, I think, is going to be really important. Read these new situations, but do not resolve their effects. So shall we have a little look at what we've got? A torpor chamber malfunction. Due to a bug in the software, a large group of people were accidentally awoken during this cycle. It's an opportunity to do more work, but the overcrowding will strain the ship's resources and systems. Effect: lose 2 energy. They're just checking they were called energy, and shuffle this card into the possible situations, or each section moves 1 available crew member to their resting crew and move this card to the awaiting envelope. Or when solved, and I'm guessing you have to apply someone with a wrench or a shield, defense or construction, gain 1 command token and remove this card from the game. Okay, so we know what we've got to do with that one. Okay, what comes next? Prepare the planetary scanner. So this is going to be our planetary scanner. We're going to slide a card into here, and then this is going to show us what we have to do to do that, or what the planet is we're going to. Open the star map. Okay. Go to page 5 and open the star map. So page 5 is here, star map, and this is the star map. So we are currently here at the eye of the void. Fly ISS Vanguard to new places. Open the system map book on the page indicated by the current system book. Hopefully this will all get a bit quicker because there are no rules about this. You just learn it as you go through the book. During this step you may perform any of the following tasks in whatever order you want, as many times as you want. This step ends once you have placed a landing card in the planetary scanner. You are unable to perform any other tasks, or you choose to end the step. Fly to a new system. Choose a new outbound system from those listed and pay the listed energy. Some systems require specific bridge tokens. Okay. You may use log 999 to track which systems and planets you have already visited. Visit a destination within the system. Choose a destination listed in the lower half of the page and pay the energy cost. Okay, so I think what that's telling us is, hopefully we can zoom in over here. I don't know how much we are. So we are over here in this section. Okay, at the bottom of these pages there's an unidentified signal which we can't read, but here you'll see it says we can go to TOI2, go to log 400, or we can go to Beta Tarsoni requires bridge upgrade BO2, page 22. So we can only go to TOI2, which happens to be the next page, and to do such a thing we have to pay 1 energy. So let's pay 1 energy and we go to log 400. So let's move this over here and let's see what log 400's got to say, shall we?
Captain's log. Entry D211. Good luck, away team. As we sped toward the closest system marked on the builder's star map, Vanguard launched an FTL probe back toward Earth to relay all the knowledge we'd gathered so far. However, it may take years before it reaches our homeland, and the mission might be long concluded before we receive an answer. We're truly alone now, barreling into the unknown, the farthest human-made object in the galaxy. We only have ourselves to count on. I've ordered the section leaders to prepare their crews for anything. We nearly lost one full away team. I do not want to repeat the same mistakes. After all, who knows what awaits us at our new destination?
Okay, so that was log 400. Congratulations, you've made your first space voyage. Go to page 3 of the system map book. We've already got that open. Use your current system bookmark to place bookmark on the TOI system page. So I'll show you this. We have a little bookmark here, and we are going to tuck that underneath this page just to show that we are at this section. The closest system marked by the builders. We hope it will shed more light on their grand plan. Did they seed life here? Just like on Earth, did it live or did it wither? Okay.
Captain's log, entry 213.
The landing on the Eye of the Void laid bare 2 key facts. First, our landers will face unpredictable threats. Second, even a short scouting mission can leave the away team stranded for weeks. During our long flight to TOI-2C, we had plenty of time to put our leading researchers and engineers to work, addressing these weaknesses as section leaders prepare their crew for another ground mission. I hope things will go smoother than last time. Unfortunately, the first long-range scans of planets in the system revealed something troubling.
Sorry, I didn't scroll down. Okay. As you can see from the system map, I thought this was going to read it, but as you can see from the system map, there are several destinations available for you now. Since this is your first space travel, instead of following the rules of the Star Map Ship Book page, simply follow these steps. In your system maps book, read the description and rules for TOI-TC, Pellucid, destination number 3. That's where you'll land. Take your planetary scanner. The purpose of this component is to make it easy for you to reveal only part of the information contained on the landing card. The parts you will be paying using your energy. Find the L1 landing card in card tray B. Do not read it yet. The information on the front of the landing card is secret and divided into 3 segments. The large energy cost at the back of the landing card show you how much you need to pay. Okay, so we need landing cards. Is that what it was called? Landing cards. They're lander mods. Planet cards. Production projects. What are these behind this? Landing cards. Okay, that looks promising. Hold on 1 second. L1. Okay, so we take this and we slide this into here. Okay, great. Done such a thing. That's it for now. Planet Pellucid is always the second step of the campaign, but after that you will be able to fly anywhere you wish, finding more planets and interesting objects on your way. Close and store your star map system. You will soon continue ship management, but keep following hints in mind. If you keep the following hints in mind if you want to, if this is your first playthrough. When focused with a choice of the facility to activate, barracks and production complex are good first moves, as they will give you additional crew members and some starting equipment. The actual landing will happen after you progress through more of the ship book steps. That will include preparing your lander for the mission and choosing and equipping your away team. While equipping the team, you may also build your own deck of section cards. If you're not sure which cards to take, you may use the pre-constructed 10 card basic deck. Okay. Yeah, we've got all of those. The first designated save spot of the campaign is after Pellucid. Landing. If you cannot play that long, you may leave the game as it is now and restart later. Okay. Now open your ship book to page 6 ship's facilities and continue the ship management. So before we do that, I just want to talk a little bit about what we're just looking at. So hopefully this is going to show us this map. So you can see, hold on. You can see this is where we are. This is the system we're now in. There are outbound systems we can go to. Obviously, we don't really know that yet. But down here, we have got a cuboid, a piece of rectangular debris floating through space, right? So we could go here and spend 2 energy to listen to this log. TOI-2b, the conditions of this planet, this is TOI-2b over here. The conditions of this planet are barely survivable and it lacks any resources. 2, raise the morale of the bridge card holder by spending 2 on this one. And then over here we've got TOI-2c, Pellucid. This is going to be our first landing on a planet marked by the builders. We need to gain insight to the origin and effects of the calamity that destroyed this planet. So this costs 0 to land. Place card L1 in your planetary system. Now, what I would probably do is go to one of these and spend our energy, right? However, if you ever do not land on a planet and don't have energy to land on a planet, bad things happen. That's where this card comes in. We are going to be spending our energy, because the tutorial tells us to unlock the information on the back of this card. We can have a look at the first one because it's 0 energy. So if I flip this over, this tells us orbital debris detected, shields advised. So this is recommending that we have shields when we try and land. So we'll uncover that more as we go, but I just wanted to give you a bit of background as to why we're not doing the things we want to do, because obviously we're still doing the tutorial, but I figured that might help a little bit with some background. Okay, so it told us to go to page 6. So if we ever are adrift, if we don't land, lower morale, I think, is going to be vital. Place the penalty token in the command pool. Go to page 39 of the ship book. Save. Oof. Ship facilities. Okay. What have we got going on? Choose a facility. Spend 1 command token to choose one of the ship's facilities from the diagram below and head to the indicated page of the ship book. After resolving that page, return here. Once you have used all of your command tokens or no longer want to activate other facilities, proceed to step 2, ship management and clear up. Okay, so we know that we've got this here, and this is going to, when we solve this, is going to give us a thing, right? To solve it, I'm assuming we need a shield or a wrench, and we have two of our crew here, one from science, one from engineering, no security, that we have to use, we have to keep. We can't use them to resolve anything because we have to have one from each section available. But we have 2 more from recon and engineering that we can use. So have we got anyone? We've got someone with a shield here. What was the other thing? A wrench. We don't have anyone with a wrench, so really we want to use you to go and solve this problem. So I think I'm going to head to the barracks first, interestingly. 16. We can recruit, train and transfer crew members. So let's do the barracks first. So 16 is here. Okay. The barracks. Transfer or dismiss crew members. We don't want to do that. Train crew members. You may assign 1 or more available crew members of rank 3. We don't have any of those. Draft new crew members. Take 5 random recruits. Tray B. Now, if your current morale is high, take 6 cards. If it's low or very low, take 4 cards. Then, in an order chosen by security, each player of each section chooses 1 of the revealed crew members, placing them into the rank 1 sleeves. If section has no rank. So we have to pay an energy to go here, so let's do that. There's our 1 energy gone. And then we're going to draw out 5 people at random. Okay, here we go. We've given them a good old shuffle this time. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was going to say, what's the bet we get the same ones again? Right, if they're all green this time, we're keeping them. We have Jamor Gulubov. Jamorai Gulubov. Blue turns into tech. Team player, when assisting, spend 1 charge to assist with 2 dice instead of 1. After the dice check, return those to your available dice. That's really nice. I don't know how often, because we only take 2 people down. I don't know how often they're going to stick together, but I like that one. We have Giovanna Nelli, red into science. During a dice check, spend 1 charge to ignore the results of your injury dice. Not bad. Not bad at all. We have another blue, Saba Al-Kabi, advisor, blue into Xeno something. Advisor, when assisting, spend 1 charge to assist a crew member in any sector. That's quite nice. Okay. We have Ewlard Mal, red into defense. When assisting, spend 1 charge to... Okay, yeah, we know that one. And then our last one is Koi Yasin. During a dice check, so this is green into tech. During a dice check, spend 1 charge to turn a accident into a Vanguard. I like that a lot. Okay, I do need something just to remind me, because I can't remember what dice all of our people have, and it's in the book here, so bear with me. Okay, so our security has 3 reds, so really we want to probably put old Edward into security, right? So let's flip him over, and his defense... Edward was part of a team responsible for training the future of Vanguard's crew. To his surprise, Project superiors considered his coaching abilities needed in the mission, and he was chosen instead of his charges. Okay, so security is blue, so let's grab a sleeve. Okay, and we will slide him into here. So we've now got 2 from here. Okay, science is 2 greens and 2 blues. Should we take the eye? But what have we already got in science? Science is pink. Oh, purple. Let's take you, shall we? Okay. So what can we tell us about Saba? Xenology. Artificial intelligence runs almost every Vanguard system. It can always be overridden manually, but the lives of many of the crew depend on its actions, and here enters Saba, lead AI developer and one of the very few licensed AI psychologists. No one can match her empathy and understanding when it comes to the machine's logical and emotional problems. This also makes her uniquely suited to interact with artificial intelligence. Okay, so we are putting you in the... I should tuck you back up here. We are putting you in the science sleeve, which is purple. Here we go. So we've now got a purple one as well. So that leaves recon and engineering. So recon has greens and reds. What have we already got in recon? We've got you and you. I think maybe we'll put you in... Or do we go with you? We haven't really got this symbol anymore. We've got it over here. Let's take you. You know what? Let's take Koei. I'm going to call her Koei. I don't know whether that's the right name or not. So we are putting you in pink. Okay, so in you go. Let's just have a little look at what you've got on the back of your card. Technology expert. Koei thinks that she was accepting the Vanguard initiative by pulling strings, well-placed bribes, and various dirty tricks. Unbeknownst to her, Vanguard initiative quickly learned of her foul play, but was impressed by her tenacity, resourcefulness, and incredible persuasion skills regardless. Okay, so you go into here. We've now got 3 people in the recon section, and then reds and blues. So we've either got science or tech. Spend 1 to charge to assist with 2 dice. You know what? Let's take... I don't know how to say your name. I'm going to take you. That shouldn't be a reason not to take him, right? Okay. So we're going to tuck this one in here. Out of curiosity. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, I think we're good to go. Right, so we've got all of ours. You're going to go back into the crew. Okay, so that's that done. We're flying through these. We've spent our energy. We've got all of our peeps. I'm just going to lay these out in such a way that we can see them in various locations, so it's easy to know who we've got. Okay, so this was the barracks. Choose your next facility. Return to page 6. So we can do that. We know where we're going to go. We're going to go to the situation room because we want to deal with that situation, obviously. So our next energy is command. Did I use energy when I should have used command? Yes. Our next command, so we've got none, is going to be to go to the situation room, 17. Okay. Situation room. Apply the when solved solve a situation. Apply the when solved effect of a situation card above the ship book. If an effect requires a choice to be made, the security section makes that choice. Solve additional. You may assign one crew member. Oh, okay, so we don't even have to use a person to do it. Perfect. So this doesn't come into a play because we're doing the when solved, and we just get to solve one for free. So we gain 1 command token and remove this card from the game. Okay, well, we're never going to get to use that again, unfortunately, but feels like it was a reasonable start, right, to get one dealt with. And that gave us another command token to be able to go back to page 6. And we want to go to production. That's where it told us to go, right? So we're going to use our last command token to go to number 12. Okay, production complex. Page 13 is where productions are placed that are ready for production. Okay, page 14 consists of 3 rows of. The top row is used for production updates. The bottom 2 rows are production queues. At the start of the campaign, only production queue 1 is available. Okay, so if we look at the other side of this page, you can see we've got production queue and production queue. So we can only use this one. Okay. Gain new production projects. Take all the production project cards out of the awaiting envelope and insert each one into the rows of... I've got research. What am I meant to do with that? Am I meant to do something with research? Do not reveal this card until researched. Was that an option? Am I meant to have gone there? I don't... Hold on 1 second. Is there a research? Oh, there is a research lab. Okay. So I don't think we get to do anything with these research until we actually take them there, but I've got 2 research things to potentially do. Okay. So... Where were we? Install production upgrades. We don't have any. Progress current projects. Move all current projects in the production queue slots, which we don't have any. Move them all to slot. Move all projects in production queue slots on page 14, 1 slot to the right. Okay. So I guess maybe these are meant to be on this page. Take all production cards out of the awaiting envelope and insert them. Progress current. Move all current projects in the queue slots on page 14 to the right. Choose any number of production projects on page 13 and place them in the starting list. If the list is slightly occupied, okay, and then we boost, right? So we take any of the ones that we have in here out. So we should have a little look, right, at what these do. So let's take all of these out for now, and we can see exactly what they do and how they do it. Okay, so I shouldn't be reading that, but how do I know how this works? Okay, so let's read CO1 first. So this is CO1, production project. The basic tools should help our away team deal with the unexpected. Hopefully, as our knowledge progresses, we'll be able to create more of them. Move the following cards from lander mods to the awaiting envelope. Are these the wrong way round? Yes. Okay, so you can see here, ISS Vanguard was only meant to safely reach the divine coordinates and establish first contact. If we were to explore more alien worlds, we need additional equipment. So lander mods equipment, and this goes into starting stage 3. So choose any number of projects from page 13, which is the one we've just done, and place them in the starting slots on page 14. So if I zoom out, this might become a little bit more sensible. We have in our map here, sorry, in our does this work? Not really. In our section here, we have our queue. We can only use one, and each one of these cards say where it goes. So this goes into starting stage 3. So I'm going to slide you in there because hopefully we'll be able to upgrade you. Then we have some more cards. So we have this one, which goes into starting stage 2, Vanguard Systems. Our long trek to the Eye of the Void and first mission gave many ideas on how to improve our new home. Bridge upgrade, lander mod, facility upgrade, starting stage 2. So we could put that into starting stage 2, but we also have heavy equipment. The studies of various planets will likely require us to employ a wide range of heavy mission equipment, production project and equipment. And this goes into 2 as well. So we need to look at who we've got because we can boost these. And then finally, this one goes into 1, the Pelican lander. Given our constant need for more cargo, space flight engineers devised a way to turn one of our civilian transport vessels into a fully fledged lander. So we can improve our lander. That can go into number 1. And then we've got these 2 that we can improve. So if I get all of my crew out, bear with me, they're all underneath this book. If I get all of my crew out, we have no idea who we're planning on taking down to the new planet, but we need to figure out what we can boost. So this one can be boosted. I'm just going to turn back to this page because it says place them into their starting slots if available. If any listed starting spot is occupied, you can move it back 1. Boost production, you may assign crew members to work in assembly. Choose a production project on page 14 and assign available crew members who convert icons match one of the printed. Then move the card 1 slot to whenever a project moves to the right from stage 3, take it out, flip it and resolve its text. Okay, so we need to choose one of these. I think it makes sense to go with this, the Improve Vanguard, although I need to make sure we've got people who can do that. Let's have a think about who we're going to take. So I just want to have a look at all of our peeps. So in science, we've got a computer or an eyeball. Should we take the eyeball person? Spend 1 crew to assist a crew member in any sector. Let's do, 1 charge to assist a crew member in any section. We're going to take her, which leaves us with a computer to boost, so we can use you to boost this one. Okay, we've got 2 from security, so we need to choose one. They've both got the same things. Spend 1 to assist with 2 instead of 1. Do we want to keep going? So spend a charge to ignore a danger die. Let's take you then, I guess, which means you've got a shield. Is that useful in any way? Doesn't matter because none of these others are, so you can boost this one. And then we need some wrenches. We got any wrenches? No. Okay. But we could boost you again. So we need... should we take someone with a... We'll take someone with some physicality from Recon. I don't know who we're going to take, but we'll potentially take you. Which means we can boost this one again with that. And then that leaves 3 people here. None of them have a wrench. If I'd have looked at the right side of those cards, I might have made more progress. What we could do, this doesn't help us either, we could have not put you in, put this in that space, and then used our navigation and pickaxes. We don't have any navigation and pickaxes. And obviously the people we're sending here might change based on what we've got. But I think that's fine. We've then got a choice of 3 to take down for engineering. Okay, so we bump this out. And we have now produced this one. Do not reveal until this card's manufactured. Because we're boosting it with this dude, he's going to go into resting. This is now produced. We flip it over. There are basic tools that should help our awaiting. We've already read this. Grab the following lander mods. Okay, we can do this. Lander mods, we have A01. AO2 and AO3. Okay, so our lander mods are heavy plating. Sounds like that's going to come in handy for where we're heading. That's a structural mod. Another one, multi-directional thrusters, so we can maneuver the ship, and a nav console. Okay, so there are 3 landing mods. We can assume we're going to use the heavy plating. Right, what else have we got? Move the following cards from unavailable equipment to the armory. 2 medkits. Hold on a sec. Something weird going on here. Okay, so there's a load of these. So what are we taking? We are taking 2 EO1s. Ew. Where are the EO1s? Hold on. Okay, these don't look like they're in number, so let me just grab them. I'll grab all of them. Okay, we are back, and I think I'm done. Right, so let's have a look here. So this is the lander mods that we've done, and then we've got our equipment. So we've got a med kit. We've got 2 of these. You or another crewmate in your sector discards 1 injury die. Return this card to the armory. Just the die. You don't remove the dice. Sorry, the card. Then we have what looks like cards that represent each one of our areas. So you can see this has got the science icon on, and it says whenever you make a die check at a completed sector, you may roll 1 die from your spent pool. Okay, so science. We've got recon. Jetpack, discard a red die, move to another connected sector, ignoring the path icons. This counts as an action. We have our engineering, construction arm, convert this to a wrench. Okay, so blue dice, basic results to a wrench. And then an adrenaline shot, roll the danger die and refresh all dice, then return this card to the armory. So some of those look like they persist. We've also got obviously our things there, and then it said also gain these research. So CO4 is advanced section tools. Too many times our away team is forced tasked to barely able to handle these new tools. This goes into stage 3, and we've got biome suits, which that goes into stage 2. However, we put these into the awaiting envelope. So these 2 new ones go into the awaiting envelope, along with this goes back into our progress. Okay, hold on a second. What else have we got going on? So we've then got back to our board here. Now what do I do with this? Move the following production. I guess this goes into the completed, done with, don't use this again section. Okay, but then we're going to use 2 people to boost this twice. 1 would put it into here, 1 would produce it out of here. So our long trek, we've already read this. Bridge upgrade, lander mods, etc. And I've already grabbed these. So replicating the technology the builders used in their Dyson sphere allowed us to vastly improve the output of Vanguard's solar panels. We also upgraded our production capabilities and made countless small improvements throughout the ship. Move the following cards to the awaiting envelope. We have BO9, improved solar panels. So gain an energy whenever you generate your energy pool. So that's our new bridge upgrade. Is it the same on both sides? Yeah. Okay. So that goes into the awaiting pool. So we're going to have a load to do next time. How exciting. What's next on our list? AO8, a lander mod, emergency broadcast. Crew members may discard 1 charge each and move to this mod to the awaiting envelope. Gain 2 supplies. So this will be on our ship, and then we can use this to get extra supplies. We didn't have to use supplies, but I suspect if we'd have used supplies in the last mission, we'd have been in serious trouble. Okay, next is the dual production lines, which is this here. Make sure I'm putting this on the right side. An entire second malfunctioning complex, manufacturing complex, essentially doubles our production capacity. You may now use 2 slots. So that's going to be nice, because then we'll be able to use 2 queues for stuff. And then finally, Tech card. Tech card 2 gives us 4 energy instead of 3 energy. So we made improvements to the Vanguard systems. So that goes into our awaiting. Okay, and this goes into the discarded. Perfect. I need to put these back. These were the production options, so bear with me. This was here, production projects. Okay. I think we're done here, right? We can't move you along anymore. So let's go back to this. So that must be whenever... so this was boost. You may assign crew members, choose to boost to production. Available. Then move the card 1 slot to the right. Whenever a project moves right to slot from a slot 3, you may take it. So there's nothing that says we can't boost it twice. Return to page 6 of the shipbook. We have nothing else to do, right? We are done. So let's just see what it says here. So it says ship's management phase. Discard energy and any energy and command tokens remaining in the pool. Place the success tokens in the remaining token bag. When were we meant to use these? I thought that we would do this. I'm just going to go to the end of this. Hold on. Production complex. So we've done that. Production queue. We've done. Situation room barracks. We've done. Hangar. So when was I meant to spend energy? Let's just see here. Scan planet. Take the scanner, flip it to the side of the energy, then follow the instructions on the scanner to scan. Oh, I was meant to do this already. So this is on me. So we spent our 0 energy. We spent 1 energy to travel. We're then spending 1 energy to unlock this one. 1 more energy to unlock this one. So we now know everything that is planned. I should have known this before I made all of those choices. Pellucid. Briefing. Do not read until instructed. Orbital debris detected. So let's just read this. You may assign 1 or more crew members in a scouting mission. Each crew member assigned reduces the energy cost of revealing the next part of the landing card by 1. So we could have gone elsewhere. Close the system map in the book. Follow the instructions on the scanner. Oh, it does say here, pay the cost above, push the landing card up, repeat any number of times or until the card leaves the scanner, then read the reveal part. So we should have done this earlier. Okay. So frequent checks are going to be physical and mining. I don't think I've got anyone who can do that. Let's just have a little look. Hold on, I've just put the people that we should have used back into the pool. I think it was you that we got rid of. Okay, so you guys are all resting because we used you to charge. Okay, so we're left with these guys here. I have no pickaxes. That's bad news. We're going to have these biomes and solar flares. Shields are going to be important, and navigation. Prepare for danger rolls. Okay, so we know a little bit about where we're heading. Okay, go to ship page 6. So we've done that. Go to page 18. Place all the situation cards in the ship book. A waiting envelope. All the situation cards. We haven't got any, but I've got these research cards and I've got this production card, which we unlocked. Or we should have 2 production cards that we unlocked, right? Right, CO3 and CO4, was that not? Hold on. What did I do with... I put them in the thing. One of these should be back in here. Hold on. Hold on a second. So this one, CO3, should be in here because that was the one we didn't do from last time. And dual production designs and advanced section tools are the ones that we've got, and biome suits. So we're going to be able to upgrade some of these things next time. We've got these cards going in here. Okay. I think we're ready. Now we can go to the hangar. Is it the hangar that we go to? Situation room. We're getting there, I promise. Okay. So the hangar. Install new lander mods. So we need our lander card out. I also need to put these back in the bag that they came out of, because these carry over. So our little success tokens go in the bag and then they go into the awaiting envelope. There's a lot of stuff in there. Makes you excited for coming back, right? Then we get our Space Ranger lander. Okay, so we've got that. And then we can equip it with some stuff. So take all the lander cards out of the awaiting envelope, insert each one into an empty slot on page 19. Oh, we haven't got any new landers. Take all the mods out of the awaiting envelope and insert them into the empty slots on page 21. There is no free card slot there. You may empty slots first. I'll keep hold of them for now. Or we know what we're going to take. We're going to take the heavy plating, right? So page 21. So we've got a load of spaces for lander mods. Structural and another structural. Okay, so that's those. And we're going to tuck this into our structural lander mod. We know what's happening there. Okay. Right. What's next? Install lander mods. Take all the lander mod cards out of the awaiting envelope. Put them into the 21. If there is no free slot, you can move them. Okay. Repair the lander. If any of the lander cards on page 19 face down, the repair cost is visible. Okay. Choose a lander. After reviewing the information, choose lander. We've only got one. Customize lander. Choose lander mods from page 21. Place them in the empty slots. So we've only got the one. Max of one mod per slot. There are 2 mod slots, structural and utility. Go to page 23, launch mission procedure. Okay, 23, launch mission procedure. If the planet Opedia is not open, go to step 3. Prepare the away team. Okay. The information on the revealed part of the landing card in the planetary section may provide you with information about what awaits you on the planet. Use this information to assemble the right away team. We might have trouble with that. Each player selects one of their available crew members to take on the away team. We only take 2 people, at least 2 people. We could go with more if we wanted to. If there's not enough available crew from the away team, then we should always end with at least 1 person from each section. Prepare the away team. Okay. Return any unwanted crew members to the returning crew. So let's have a look. We are choosing who we're taking for engineering. Our 2 options really. There's eyeballs or computers. And the mission doesn't require any of those. So let's take... They both do the same thing, right? No. During a dice spec, spend a charge to the crew member assisting. Turn 1 in their roll pool to any result. After dice check, you may discard this. So maybe we'll take you. Let's have a look who else we've got. We've got someone else who can do eyeball. So we'll maybe leave you behind and we'll take you. If we're going to take you, we'll just figure out who we're potentially taking. We know we're going to need some shields, right? It did say you might want shields. So also physicality. So we do have from our recon, we have old Rampacash over here, which is greens into physicality, and during a dice check, spend 1 charge to turn it to a chosen side. That sounds pretty nice. Okay, so we'll take you, and then we've got science or defense in security. Spend 1 charge to ignore the result of danger die. Spend 1 charge to assist a crew member in any sector of the 2. I mean, we know that it says you might want shield, so let's take you, I guess, which means we're leaving all 3 of these behind. Okay, we'll put them in resting crew. We could take more if we wanted, but I think 2 is fine, especially until we get to grips with it. So let's get these out. Okay, so that's you going in there and you going in there. Perfect. Okay. Then we get to choose some equipment, I'm assuming. Prepare the away team. Turn any other crew members. Each player fill their crew board with section dice. Take all equipment cards from the armory, and then we can take what we want. So it feels like we're going to take 2. So this, actually, we should talk about this. I think I've got a lander screen set up. Bear with me. Okay. So we are going to talk about our lander very quickly. We can take 4 equipment and 2 heavy equipment. These are the stats for our lander. So 2 shield, 2 nav and 2 thrusters. And then this one was improve our heavy plating by 2. So we've got 4 heavy plating in defense. Then you can see there's a section here for equipment. I'm just going to tuck it underneath. But we can have 4. So I'm going to take 2 medikits. And then we need to find the equipment for our particular section. So recon and the adrenaline shot. So the other 2 go into the unused equipment. You are resting, and these go into the armory. Okay, that's that done. I've got some more equipment cards here that I didn't need. Bear with me. Okay. Right, so we have finished loading the lander, I think, as far as I can tell. Let's just have a little look. Load the lander, take all of the equipment cards, then choose the number of personnel. Equipment that depicts the section icon only be used by a crew member. I think that's it. Strap in. Check the upper part of the landing card. It contains a number of logs with a briefing. Go to this entry in the logbook to learn the details. Okay, so the landing card is 315. So let's go and find 315.
Vanguard, this is the away team. We are en route to the designated landing zone. All systems nominal. Uplink stable. We should be past the outer layer of debris right about... Oh, wow.
My God.
You seeing this, Vanguard?
Crystal clear, away team. It seems like the long-range scans were right. The planet is gone. If you see no clear approach vector, you have permission to abort.
No, some pieces of the crust look large enough for a touchdown. And we detect anomalous structures among the debris. We could take a look.
Anything you bring back will be invaluable, away team. Just don't bite off more than you can chew. There are plenty of other worlds on our list.
Copy that, Vanguard. Plotting the landing path.
Okay. This planet introduces the lander landings and limited supplies to the campaign. On the lander board, place a marker in the starting space. Okay, so we've got up here, the starting space is here. Okay. Okay, good. If more than one option is available, choose. You cannot choose in rare cases. So we roll the danger die, is what it tells us to do. So this is the danger die. And we got a symbol that is not, so I should show you this, right? This symbol is not on our list, so we can hit other. And hit continue. Progress the landing track marker to the right. Okay. Has the landing reach been successful? No. Roll the danger die again. Okay, this time we've got one that is on there. So debris impact. Should have taken a pilot. Expose the cargo bay, lose 4 supplies, reduced by armor plating. Okay, so we've got 2 armor plating plus the 2 that's underneath this are for our mod. So we've got 4 armor plating, so we lose no supplies. Okay, lose 4 supplies, reduced by that. Has it reached the thing? Not yet. So we roll again. Okay, and this time we got the 4-1. There is a 4-1, clear landing path. Okay. Landing successful. We've done it. Important. This planet introduced leads, discoveries to the campaign. If you trigger the effect asks you to draw a lead before the lead mechanic is introduced, read the leads and discoveries in chapter 3 of the rulebook. Okay. So we have now landed on our planet. We have to do some more setup down here with the rest of these cards. So I'll do that. I think we can put you over here. I need to get our dice out. I need to get our chargers. I need to distribute equipment, which we can do fairly easily down here. And then we need to get the Planetopedia out and get ready to go. So let me get everything set up and then we'll be right back. Okay, we are back and I think we're all set up. I might be wrong, but I think we're all set up. So we're on Pellucid, liftoff log 29, evac log 327. So I'm guessing I do log 29. Let's just have a look. Warning, you may not terminate this introductory mission before you reach the objective. Follow your primary mission card, M21 or M22, to conclude this planetary exploration. So we have M21. Here we go. Oh, hold on. 29. So there is nothing to read there. An Earth-sized planet on the border of the habitable zone with an elongated orbit. It gave life to an early space age civilization. Unfortunately, it was all but wiped out, away, when a strange crystalline structure shattered the planet to pieces. Okay, our mission, we don't have a choice to accept it, we just have to do it. This broken world offers few surviving landmarks, but a clear cluster of potentially interesting structures stand not far from the landing zone. We must comb this area inch by inch. Fully explore the sector with this symbol in, whatever that symbol is. When you fulfill the objective, you'll be asked to discard this mission. So we need to put our supplies on 6. Okay, so this goes over here. So less resting. We should just talk about how resting works. When we rest, we're going to drop our supplies down by 1. When we get to 0, no more resting, but we can exhaust dice by doing that. So we have reached the orbiting shard. Is there anything I need to play before we do that? We should just look at some of this stuff here, right? So let's zoom in over on the left map here. So the orbiting shard. Though buried in dust and half melted, the artificial structures are clearly visible. So we can scout the site. We need physical, we need scouting, we need mining. What are the mining ones? What are the mining ones? There is a handy dandy reference of all of these things. Gathering, that's it. We need gathering to do that. Any accidents will lead us along the bottom track here, so I guess we should just get a couple of cubes and put these here. Okay, then we need a cube over on this section as well, because over on the global we've got sharp shards of pale red crystal carpet the rock beneath our feet. Whenever we discard or use a mining, we can get a mineral lead. We haven't really spoken about those. When we travel, we can either expend a dice or roll a danger die to move to connect a section. And then when this gets here, we're going to replace this with GO2. We should just talk about these. So there's a whole host of these various different discoveries. What's going to happen is if we ever get to take one, a lead, we are going to reach into this bag and pull out, let's just do one, pull out a random one of these. It's going to have a number on it, maybe 0, maybe 2, maybe 3. Whenever we get a total of 3 on any one of those specimens, we're going to be able to, or discoveries, we're going to be able to take it and add it to our collection. We can only take home a maximum of 5. The other thing we could have done is built our decks. I haven't done that since I don't know enough about the cards, so we're just taking what we've got. Okay, so we cannot move on until we've done this. We get to choose our starting players and a few other bits and pieces. So we've got our turn available cards. Sorry, markers. We've got the 1 action and 2 action left markers, and we've got the start marker over here. I think that's everything. Okay. And then we've got a whole host of event cards. They're going to be slightly more complicated than the last ones we saw, I would imagine. Okay, I think that's everything. I think we can get into it. So we need to figure out who's going to start. So we need pickaxes, arms, or compasses. You've got compasses and arms. You've got arms, and that's about it, but you can convert things. So we probably want to start with you. We've got our 2 action cards, which are during a dice check, move 1 from the roll pool to the owner's spent pool to turn any other die to a Vanguard. Okay, and during the dice check, reroll 1 green. Okay, but we can also assist because for the first time in ages, we're in the same location as somebody else. So let's zoom in a little bit and we'll figure out what we're going to do. So if we were to head down here, someone needs to be mining, computering, or sciencing. I don't think we've got any of those. Or the other one is if we go up, we need computers. Okay, or red and greens, or greens and reds. Okay. Okay, so we really want you to head down and you to go up, maybe. Fine. But let's start with our first little conundrum here of getting of this shard, right? Let's figure out how we do this. So you're going to roll a red. You're going to roll 3 greens. And I'm going to assist you with 1 red over here. Sorry, you can't see any of that. So we're going to use these 3 dice because we've got arms on these ones, and any greens that we get this symbol on, we can turn to arms, and this one is a Vanguard. So this is like a wild die. We should just talk about this. You're not going to be able to see it. So this has got double Vanguard symbols on, but it's also got 3 injury accident things. And then Aiden is going to offer this die as well. So we're going to roll all of these, but we're going to keep them separate. Okay. So we have, I'll keep this one separate over here. We have 1 arm, we have 2 successes, we have a compass, which we can also use, and then we have this, which doesn't really matter. We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. That gets us to where we need to be. We can just ignore this. Don't mind if I do. Have I got anything that helps me? Move one of your roll pools from the owner's spent pool to the other. Move 1 die from the roll pool to the owner's spent pool to turn another, so we don't need to worry about that. Doing a dice roll, I could re-roll a green. Doesn't really matter. We didn't have to roll any of these. So we have 1 success for this one, and this one goes back in our die over here. So that's 1 success. 1 success for this one, 2 for this one, 1 for this one. So that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get to go to log 220. These all go over here, as does this one. This would move along 1. It's not going to make any difference, really. So log 220 straight off the get-go. No, 210, sorry, I can read.
Vanguard, this is away Team 1. My sensors are picking up some electromagnetic activity among the rubble. I'll try to reach it.
Be careful, away team. This planet looks too much like a battleground. You should expect danger and...
Okay, got it. It's just a small shard of some metallic magnetized casing. Nothing too exciting.
We'll tune your sensors to the magnetic signature of this shard. This should help you find other similar parts.
Roger that, Vanguard.
Gain 1 alien tech lead. Okay, so what that means is we've got alien tech cards. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. We've got alien tech cards up here. I'm going to keep these off screen because there's just so many of them. But I'm going to put the tokens out in front of it depending on what we get. So 1 alien tech lead. I'm just going to reach into the bag, pull out 1. We get a 2. Okay, so this is going to go in front of the alien tech lead, just there. And if we get more of these, we'll be able to gain ourselves a tech lead. Okay. Leads are small clues and such as pieces of alien technology, biological samples, and even paw prints of an alien creature. If you gather enough of them, you will be rewarded with important discoveries from discovery decks that you will take with you to the ISS Vanguard. Gain 1 alien tech lead means you should draw 1 lead from the bag. When the lead on a discovery bag reaches 3, discard all leads and draw this to the top card to the deck. Each lander has a different maximum capacity of discovery. Some leads also have special one-off time effects. See leads in the rulebook. Please note the global condition of this planet allows you to gather more leads. When checking your roll dice for combinations, also keep in mind any dice combinations on the global condition card, they can affect the roll. So we could have potentially re-rolled this to get a pickaxe. Obviously we can't on that die, but we could have, if we wanted to, tried to do that. Okay. Replace the card in your sector with P110. Okay, I need to keep this a little bit closer, I would imagine. Can I put this here? Not really. P110. There's so many cards, it's insane. P110. Okay, here is P110. The melted cityscape. Sorry for the greens. A civilization once bloomed here, but ended abruptly by a fiery inferno. Many of the remains are covered in thick layers of volcanic ash and rock. Okay. Find artifacts. So I can pickaxe and eyeball would get us an alien tech, whereas 2 reds and a blue would get us an alien tech lead as well. I don't know how keen we are for that. I can remove this. So that was your first action, right, was to do that. Now I can't do any more actions here. You do have a red and a blue, so I think it makes sense for us to travel. However, we'd have to either do a roll on the danger die or expend a die to get there, which then means we'd need to rest. We got a med pack, right? I mean, I guess we just travel and then rest, right? So let's go here, up into this, and we're going to just spend a die because I'm going to have to rest anyway. So this is the failed shelters. The desperate attempt to survive the apocalypse were doomed from the start. No bunker or shelter could have survived this. Okay, so we're now here. That's our second action, was to travel. We're doing you rather than you. So that's our second action. So our turn is done, which means we draw an event card. Okay, so this could be our first proper serious event. So what we do is we check the symbols on this card to see whether they match this. It does, right? So we've got this like wind turbine-y thing. If no icons match, discard this and progress the time. Suit puncture. I need to discard a blue plus a green or gain a wounded injury. I cannot discard a blue or a green because I don't have any of them left. So we are getting our first injury straight off the bat. Okay, so we take this wounded injury card. This is, if we roll this on our die rolls, we have to lose a die. So this goes into our injury step. We can have 3 of them. The 4th is when we die. Okay, so we didn't. The plus news is we didn't expend the time. One thing I didn't talk about is what we need to do to level up. So rank up. Anytime during the planetary exploration, flip this card if there are no unique discoveries on the planet board. Okay, we have 2 unique discoveries to try and find, so we're not going to be doing that just yet. Okay, that is Samarth's go done. A little bit rough for him. Turned up, did some digging, and then that was it. Okay, now we could roll on here, but just seeing how bad that was, I don't know whether we want to. Do we want to try and get another alien tech lead? I mean, we're here. I feel like we probably should, right? I mean, there's no way we're going to get this unless we get Vanguards, but we could do 2 reds and a blue. One of those is a Vanguard, so maybe we'll do it. Okay, we're going to roll on this to do gain 1 alien tech lead. If we get 2 Vanguards, we can do that automatically. Here we go. Oh, I'm also meant to roll the... No, I don't have to roll that. I got 2 Vanguards. Would you look at that? I don't have to roll the danger die. Gain 2 alien tech... Gain 2 alien tech leads. So what we can do is we can change this to a pickaxe and an eyeball. This does nothing. And this we can use if we wanted to. Draw any 2 cards. Don't know if that's really worth it, but we could do that. Why wouldn't we do it? So let's talk through what we're doing here. We are going to complete this top section, which is gain 2 alien tech leads, and then because there's an arrow pointing down, we'll immediately gain another alien tech lead because you do these in this order. Okay. So we can discard this to draw 2 cards. I don't think it's necessarily worth it. So we'll put this here, and we're back in the bag drawing 2 alien tech leads. So our first one is a 0. That symbol means we are going to re-roll it when we or put it back in the bag when we're done. So our next alien tech lead is a 1, and the same symbol, we're going to put it back in the bag when we're done. That gets us 3 in total on this thing. So the 2 goes away, the other 2 go back in the bag, and we have discovered, because we have a total of 3, our first alien tech. It's a rare alien tech, a functional core. Planetary exploration, you may discard this card to place your crew member in the lander section. So we can place this into our discoveries, but at some point, if we wanted to, we'll be able to jump out of here. We also need to dig in and gain our next one, because we go down to this next section, which is gain 1 alien tech, and it's a 0, but we gain 1 charge. I don't know if we can have more than our charges. I'm going to put it on here. I forgot we could have charges. Spend a charge to ignore a dice result. Spend a charge to turn a die to a chosen side. Oh, okay. During a dice check. I don't think a dice check is a danger roll. Okay. Okay, that was our first action. Do we want to move? I'm a little bit worried about moving. We have to roll the danger die to move, and then we have to do an equipment. Do we do it anyway? I'm going to move. I'm going to move here. I don't know if I'm meant to do anything with this card once we've searched, because I'm guessing we can't search again. Okay, we're coming down here. We have to roll the danger die. So we have got a symbol with 2 prongs on it. Now, on the global thing, there's an A. So we are finding danger die A, and we're only dealing with it if it's this. Gain a wounded injury. Okay. So I can spend 1 charge to ignore the result of the danger die. So we'll do that because I don't want to get a wounded injury. I do just need to find out if you can have more than 1 charge, so bear with me. Okay, so you can have more charges, it's just the starting number. However, I also realised I hadn't finished off what was on here, so... Leads are small clues. Replace the section card with P110, we did that.
Come in, away team. We have something you really should see.
Yes, Vanguard, we read you.
Our AI analyzed the data you gathered while scouting these ruins. It does seem there was an advanced civilization living on the planet. Come in, away team.
Whoops,
we have
sorry
something
about
you
that.
really should see.
Yes, Vanguard, we read you.
Our AI analyzed the data you gathered while scouting these ruins. It does seem there was an advanced civilization living on the planet. However, your current area was subject to extreme temperatures, irrecoverably damaging most artifacts.
Tell us something we don't know, Vanguard. The rocks here melted like butter.
The point is, not far from your position, there's a cluster of underground structures, maybe shelters of some kind. If you want to find anything more than charred pieces of tech, the AI suggests you go there, but...
There's always a but, isn't there?
Well, our military advisors disagree with the AI. They warned us the crystal had something to do with the death of this planet, and they say we should investigate one of the crystalline arms before we attempt anything else.
Understood. Leave it with us, Vanguard.
Okay. Find mission card M23. So I should have done that. Should have done that a while ago. M23. Okay, here it is. Optional mission, learning more. Vanguard's AI thinks the ruined shelters are our best chance of learning more about the denizens of this world. Denizens of this world. However, military advisors believe we must focus on the crystal instead. Learn more about the crystal in Sector 2, that's where we've just gone, is optional. Or learn more about the people in Sector 3. When you have unique discovery 2 and 3, discard this mission. Okay, so we'll put this here because this goes into our missions. So there's that. Okay. You needn't complete any optional missions on your landing to be successful, but they can be profitable or allow you to see events and locations you wouldn't see. Okay, so we're done here. That was our second turn. So we now need to draw an event card. Please be kind. Oh no. Oh no. If you are in any of these locations, we are not. We've got a crystal and we've got a little wind turbine. If no icons match, discard this card and progress the time track by 1. So we move this up 1 and this goes into the discard. Okay, so we flip these back over. We need to decide who is going to be the start player. I don't think it matters too much because we're both going to rest. So let's keep you as player 1. We're going to rest for action 1. That means we use a supply, and we can recover 3 dice and draw a card. So our new card is reroll a blue die, stroke of inspiration, roll any 1 die from your spent pool and add it to your roll pool. Okay, don't mind that. So what are we going to get rid of? Let's get rid of this one. Okay, so we're resting, so we need reds and blues. So we may as well take you. Well, you're not going to help us. We've got a red. So let's take this blue, the only other blue that we've got. Then we'll take our Vanguard. So that's 1. We'll take this one because we might need it later down the line. And I guess we'll take this one because we can convert it to big strong arms. Okay, so that was our rest. You are, hold on, we're both wounded, so we both need injury dies. Oh no, you're injured, the other one isn't. So, but we haven't done any rolls with you, so that's fine. So whenever you take an injury, you also gain an injury die. Okay. Now, we could use our med pack. So you or another crew member in your sector, I'd have to discard a green die, but also discards an injury die. So I think I'm going to do that. Let's get rid of this one, and we'll get rid of our injury die straight off the bat. So we're not having to roll it. This goes back into the armory. I'll tuck it over here. Okay. So that's not an action to do that, I don't think. Yeah, doesn't count as an action. So we're now going to attempt this check. So we're rolling a red and a green. We should roll the Vanguard, right? And we have to roll the danger die. But discard 1 danger die from your pool. So maybe if we roll another one, we'll be using so many supplies. But if we roll another one, I'm going to add this green one and we'll see how it goes. So here we go. Okay, we have 2 Vanguard symbols and this. That doesn't help me a huge amount, actually, ironically. Oh no, this counts as anything, right? So we'll use this to do the computer one. The red one wasn't required. I can't do anything with the red one. I could roll it to roll a die from our spent pool, or use it to discard this. Does this actually do anything? I don't think it does. So I don't need to do it. Because on A, there is no 3-pronged thing. So we don't need to worry about it. The danger die, danger die obviously is bad, but at the same time it's not the end of the world. So we've got 2 successes. We'll put these over here. We are gaining 2 alien tech leads. So let's reach into the bag. We have a 2. And the last one is a 1. Perfect. So that is 3 in total. None of these have any resets on, so they all go over here. So the bag is thinning out, and we get an alien tech, our second one, which is a rare alien tech, a lock container. Ship management. When unloaded, you may discard this card to draw 1 random discovery of any type. Okay, so that might be really handy later down the line. Okay, this comes back into our discard. So we've done this top bit, gain 1 success. We can do that. So we'll put that success over here next to our rank up card. Gain 1 success and unique discovery 3. Love that. Okay. The unique discovery 3 is here. It's Scorched Records. Planetary exploration. When you gain this card, each crew member draws 1 card. Don't mind if I do. You have the same thing as you've already got, so that can go straight into your discard pile. And you... stroke of inspiration, we've already got it. That goes into your discard pile. Here is another discovery. We're 3 of our 5 maximum. So that is that, and we replace with POI 12. Sorry, 112. I'm just going to have to bring this closer. Okay. Okay, we have a resupply depot. The crystalline arm extending into the far of space can be used to be supplied directly from the Vanguard if we are desperate enough to order an emergency drop. Emergency drop. You must discard 1 success to perform this action. Gain 3 supplies. Okay, so we can tuck this here. And then our first action was to rest. Our second action was to complete the check. So you are done. Which means we draw an event card. Oh no. The event card is Extreme Scintillation. If no icons match, they do not match. Advance the time. Okay, so we're up to there. Okay, so we're back over to you. You need to rest, and then you need a red and a green to do a check. We do have a red and a green, so we could just roll them first. What have we got? We've got nothing particularly exciting going on over here. So maybe we rest first. I don't want to keep using supplies, but I guess we have to, right? Okay, we can recover 3 dice. So let's get our Vanguard die. Let's get our armpit die. No, you know what? Let's get this. Is there anything else I want? I can't get any of those symbols unless I get a Vanguard. Do I want the blue? I don't know. Refresh all used dice in this check. Let's put a blue in there as well then, shall we? Although I can re-roll reds. A red. Let's take the arm, shall we, I think? And let's roll these 3. So we've used 1 action. We're now going to roll 3 dice to do this check. Do I need to? I guess so. Let's do 3 just in case. Okay, we've got the Vanguard. But we were... that was a bit silly. We were never going to complete these things. I also need to roll the danger die. Okay, it's one of these symbols, which is discard a die. Okay, that went well. So we've got these 2 that can go together, so that's fine. Is there anything we want to do? Not really. You know what? I can use these 2 to go together, and that's not going to help me. That's not going to help me at all. So these, just so you're aware, the reason I can't do this is these have got pluses between them, whereas some of the other ones had so I think we got this one wrong. We meant to have plus here. That might be on me. I can't remember the dice roll. This likely was we were meant to have 2 Vanguards, although we got 2 Vanguards, I think, from memory. Whereas this one down here, we've just got the 1 Vanguard, and we needed 3 to refresh all of these dice. But we can use these 2, and this one is discard a die. So we'll get rid of the arm again, because I don't have any way of... Oh, I can ignore everything on the danger die. So let's keep the arm, and we'll do this. We did rest, so we're down to 4 supplies. So we've got a charge that we've used to ignore the... a charge that we've used to ignore the danger die. These 2 are going here, and we're doing this result. However... the Vanguard. I could use it to draw 2 cards. I could use it to refresh 2 red die, but I don't think they go into the pool until... let's have a look. Check for dice combinations, activate any dice combinations, resolve special effects, mark outcomes, check if you fulfill any, move dice to the spend pool. So I can't recover any dice from cards because there isn't any in the pool. But I could draw 2 cards. I don't know if it's really worth it. So this goes over here. And that is us done, right? We rested and we have done our dice roll. So we're going to have to do an event. The event is, we must have some of these symbols. We've got this one. Okay, malfunction. Lose 1 supply or roll the danger die. We'll roll the danger die because we can ignore it. I'm going to have to rest again anyway, but I think I'm going to use another charge to ignore the danger die result because it is a result that we have to take into account. So, okay, that is done. We don't have to lose a supply, which I think would be a real problem. So, gain a success. we'll do that. And gain unique discovery 2. Crystalline shard. Ship management. When unloaded, place research project RO5 scintillating crystal shard in the awaiting envelope. Okay, so we've now got 4 of our 5 items, and then we have to put P111 into this location. Resupply depot. The crystalline arm extends, so this is the same as the other one. Must discard a success to gain free supplies. We'll tuck that here. And then we've done this, right? So this is, learn more about this. When you have a unique discovery 2 and 3, discard this and gain 1 success. So we can put this back at the back here, I think, maybe. M23, and we gain 1 success for doing such a thing. And our rank up was flip this card if there are no more unique discoveries cards on the planet board. Rank up complete, we get 3 successes. Okay, so 3 more. So that puts us up to 6 in total. Huge. But now what we're trying to do, we're trying to get over here, right? We've done the event. We've done everything we needed to do. It's back to the start of the turn, so we can flip these over. Now, what are we going to do? We've got more rests to do. I'm a little bit worried about our supplies. We could discard a success. Don't know if I'm completely against it. To gain some supplies. Okay, well let's do that, shall we? Let's start with you. You've got 2 actions left. We can roll 2 dice. I do get to re-roll, but I've only got 2 dice. Let's do it. Here we go. Okay, 2 Vanguards, huge. So we're doing this section here, the emergency drop, and we discard 1 success, and we gain 3 supplies. 1, 2, 3. We're back up to 6, and this gets replaced with P000, and that's a nothing of interest card. So that goes here. And this one is, there's no logs or anything to read. P11111. We'll just tuck this back in. I don't know if we're going to need it again, but okay, that goes in there. Okay, so you have done that. These go in here, and then we're going to rest, right? Clearly for our second action is a rest, so we're going to spend 1 of these supplies to get our Vanguard die has been way too kind to us. We're going to need to discard 2 dice to move to this one. So let's gain you. And I guess we'll gain you. Don't know if it matters too much. Okay. That's us done. That is us done. We've rested. We have done our special action. We get an event. The event is if we're at one of these sections, we have the crystal. No. We have the wind turbine. No. So we progress the time track by 1. Okay. So that's our turn done. We're now up to the resupply depot. So we don't need to do any supplies. We can just move. And I wonder if we move... we've got no dice in our supply. I wonder if we move using our jetpack. We could rest and then move using the jetpack, which means we don't have to roll the danger die. Oh, I can just, I mean, it's the same thing. I'd have to discard a die. So let's rest either way. So we're going to use another supply. We're down to 4 again. Remember when it was going so well? We're going to grab our Vanguard die. We're going to grab one of these. Said we're going to need arms, right? So let's grab you. And then I'm going to use my jetpack to boost over here. So we've used the jetpack. It doesn't cost us a discard action, but we have got rid of that die. Okay, so over to here. Although we'd have been better off. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Ultimately, we can use it again to go here. So we're going to log 15.
The scans were correct. There are several interesting sites in this sector.
Flip all 3 P13 cards, place a random one in the sector, and return the others. Okay. 1, 2, 3 P13 cards. Okay. So we shuffle them. And we place this one here. The strip mines. I'll just show you what it says. Wide swaths of the planet's surface are covered with strip mines, overshadowed by the hulking, enormous machine. Scout the mines, gain 3 mineral leads if we have an arm and a pickaxe. Go to log 9, and then draw and resolve 1 event card if we fail. Okay, so this goes here. So we've rested and we've moved. So we have to do an event card. That's our 2 actions. Okay. Vertigo. And that's not great for us. If any of these symbols match, we have we've got a moon rock type thing. So we advance the time track. Okay, this is getting up there. Okay, that's you done. That's the end of all of our turns. We can flip this back over and these back over. Okay, now what do we do? I mean, it makes sense to do something with you, right? Gain 3 mineral leads would be nice, but that would be our last lead if we manage to do it. Okay, let's roll our red and our green. Does this help us in any way? Not really. Sorry, our blue, because that's what we need on this section of the map. A red and a blue to just make this a success. So here we go. Okay, 1 danger, 1 accident, and 1 anything. Doesn't really matter. We don't need to do anything. We can just go to log 9. Okay. This sector is fully explored only when you reveal a card with a flag on it. So at the moment it's not fully explored. So we're going to log 9 because that's the only thing we got.
Look at this. What were they digging for?
Lime. The walls and piles contain mostly calcium oxide and calcium hydroxide. I guess they were making concrete.
Enough concrete to fill a small sea.
Okay, what are we doing with the concrete, I wonder? New objective, find out what the concrete was used for. Replace POI in Sector 6 with P116. Okay, P116 is this one. Doomsday Sphere, that doesn't sound good. Protected from seismic movements by an intricate system of giant springs and pistons shielded with a thick shell of super hard alloy. This sphere must house something important. Open the sphere. Okay, so this is going here. These are going into my discard. So that was action 1. We're going to have to rest again, right? I don't have anything I can do other than rest, really, so let's do that. So we're going to use another supply. We're down to 3 supplies. And what we're going to need to do here, we're going to have to discard 2 dice anyway, and then we're going to need, oh god, we're going to need arms, physical, gathering, and engineering. So we need our green dice, so 1, 2, and we'll take this one for 3. Although we're going to have to discard some of these anyway. Okay. Although I can jump, right, without having to worry about it. So maybe, although any of these I can turn to arms, so... Okay. Going to get rid of you, and I'm going to take you instead. Okay. So that was our 2 actions. Our turn is complete. We take an event card, which is Bombardment. Do any of these symbols match? No, they do not. Place this card in your sector. While it's in your sector, you may not perform special actions. We're okay with that, you know, because we put a little time tracker on it, and then when this is done, we will we'll do it. Oh, I see how this is meant to work now. We're meant to use these symbols down here, and they're meant to go like that on the bottom, but I think the cube works better, if I'm honest with you. Okay, that is the end of your turn. You are done. Let's move over here. Right, what are you going to do? You need to discard 2 dice to move. So let's do that. We don't have the travel icon, so we're just going to discard... Oh no, we're not going to discard the ones we've got. Let's just discard 2 dice. And you are going to move over here, and we go to log 16.
We're passing the ridge of solidified lava.
Don't forget to gather samples. It may tell us something about the composition of the planet's core. It might be somehow related to this crystal.
Wait, there's a whole field of antennae up ahead. They are humongous.
Perfect place to scavenge some alien tech. Define humongous, away team.
At least several times larger than our Earth's vast telescope. Diameters measured in kilometers.
Place card 114 in this sector. Okay, ultra large array. Okay, this forest of enormous antennae indicates that the civilization tried to communicate with someone or something. Study the array. Okay, I need a blue and any other die, 2 of them, to get a success and replace this with 115. Our mission is we have to fully explore this sector. Did I miss something? So if I go to log 9, just bear with me. New objective, fill out the concrete, find out what the concrete was used for. Replace mission card 21 with 22. I did miss something because I'm a numpty. Okay, I figured something was slightly array. We're at the array. 21, replace it with 22. So our new mission is wherever we go, we see signs of massive construction effort for this civilization. Undertook the final weeks, but what were they building and where were the roads and transport system points to, and where? The roads and transport systems point to an area not far from here. Find out and unlock the Doomsday Sphere. When you fulfill the objective, you'll be asked to discard this mission. Okay, so in theory, we can jump to this and be done. But you've moved here, you're going to rest, so you're down to 2. And if we want to do anything here, we're never going to do that unless we take the Vanguard die, so let's take that. But realistically, we want to head up here to help, right, which is physicality. So we've got one of those. Don't think I have anything else that helps, so I guess we just take another red one. I think that's all our dice back from the rest. I think that's fine. Okay. So they were your 2 actions. It was to move. Oh no, so we moved and rested, right? So that's our 2 actions. So we are going to draw an event card. That event card happens to be Overwhelming Force. Is this symbol in any of our things? No, it's not. Advance the time track by 1. So we move up. We're getting closer to finding out what happens when that gets to the top there. But we are done. So we're back to the start of a turn. So these all go here. This moves up 1 as well, I would imagine. Oh, I presume it only moves up when you... Oh, I see what's happening. So it's giving us some more symbols. Doesn't matter because we're going to get out of here. We are going to use our jetpack to fly away. We're going to expend our red die to fly from here over to here. Okay, so let's get some little cubies. So we need 5 successes on this card, which is an awful lot of successes. Oops, 1 and 2. And if we fail, we draw and resolve an event card. Okay. So it's your turn. You are going to roll all 3 of these. The problem with that is what happens when an event card comes out. But let's roll all 3 of these. We're obviously not going to succeed on this turn. But you have used 1 action. You're now about to roll these 3 dice. Okay, here we go. Oh, I should have been, when resting, I should have been recovering in new cards. But let's not worry about it. Okay, so we have a Vanguard symbol, which we can use as any one of these symbols. We have this, which we convert into one of these symbols. We have the ability to spend 1 charge to turn a die to a chosen side. So let's just turn you to that side, spending 1 charge. That is 3 successes. So 1, 2, 3 along this track. All of you come over here. We have used all of our turns. So your turn is done. And we draw an event card, and the event card is a hurricane. Of course it is. Is this symbol on the top of any of our cards? No, it's not. So we move the time track by 1. We're almost off the end. Okay. So it's now Aiden's go. Do we just want to move? Or do we want to try and gain another success would be lovely. So I think... Oh, I didn't recover my dice very well. I'm just going to backtrack slightly and say I brought back a blue as well as these reds. Okay, but then I'm not going to be able to move this turn. But you're going to be able to get the success next turn, right? So I am going to roll all 3 of these dice and hope for the best is what I'm doing. Here we go. Okay, we got a Vanguard. We got a blue thingy here and a red. Now I could re-roll the red die. I think I will, using this card here. During a dice check, re-roll a die. Great. Okay. I can't do any more re-rolls, unfortunately. So we have 1 success for this. We needed 2 to get 2 alien tech. However, I can use all 3 of these to gain 1 success and replace this card with P115. Here is P115. Okay, we have, this is green, so I'm going to put it over here, and we'll zoom in this way. Array control room. The mainframe controlling the array is too large to move and extremely complex. Decipher the alien systems. If you have unique discovery 3, you may treat any of these symbols as an eyeball result. If we get 3 eyeballs, we'll be able to move the track along 3. Okay. Anything other than an eyeball and a Vanguard is a problem. Okay, well, let's find out what the event does, because we've done our... What did we do here? Did we rest and then do a check? I think so. Or did we just do a check? Have we not rested? I don't know the answer. I'm going to assume that we just did the check, right? Because I was saying if we do the check, we're not going to have enough dice. So I'm going to rest. That brings us down to 1 supply. Again, I don't know if this is completely correct, but let's refresh some die. So we're going to take our Vanguard die. We're going to take the 3 dice with just the plain symbols on. Okay, because they might be able to cast counter successes and we can go there. Okay, so that was you done. We now need an event card. Okay, is this symbol where we are? No, which means we advance the tracker. Replace this with G02. Global condition 02. Okay, here is this one. So, the crystalline structure begins to emit a sudden gamma flashes should we take shelter. All dice checks gain the following special effects. 2 accidents, we roll the damage die. Okay. Travel, green or a blue die, move to a connected sector. If not, any other die will matter. Okay, so this goes here and this comes off the end here. Right, okay, the events haven't been too bad, touch wood, that they don't get any worse. Okay, so we're back to where we started. I think we're going to make you do it, because what I want to know is, have we got to get back to the lander? I suspect we have, which could be a problem. We're going to lose our last supply to recover. What do we need? We need green dice and this red die. Okay, so that was action number 1. Action number 2, we rested so I can draw a card. During a dice roll, re-roll, so we can get rid of you and put you here. Okay, now do we want to re-roll all of these? I mean, we need 3 successes, but I guess I should, right? We can convert these to arms, and we've got an arm die, but I think I'm going to re-roll all of them. Okay, we got an arm, we got 2 Vanguard symbols. This is overkill somewhat, and we got this. Okay. I didn't have to roll a danger die or anything. So, we can do the 2 successes that we needed using these 2. So I'm going to tuck those there. That gets us to the end. Then with the Vanguard, I can refresh 1 die. So I guess I'll refresh the red die, because that'll help us get out of here. Okay, all of these go here. This is discarded. That's your second... No, that was your second action, because we did all of those things. But we go to log 240.
Captain's log. Entry D427.
To the unknown creatures from the distant past in this distant world, I salute you. When our team finally began to crack the dome's inner layer, we expected a myriad of things. An ark, an archive, a vault, created by the people of this world to carry their legacy beyond the apocalypse. Yet again, we were wrong. Inside, encased in protective carbon nanofoam, was an object as old as this planet. A stele that predated this civilization by millions of years. With their last dying effort, these creatures protected an artifact from an even older time, as resigned to the thought that all their history and culture, and even their very lives, were less important than this one cracked relic. I keep wondering whether humans would be capable of such sacrifice. The object they saved for us bears a clear resemblance to the architecture of the Eye of the Void. There's no doubt the builders who created the Eye and our star map also left this stone as they spread life to this planet. What does it mean for us? Are there other steles like this on other planets? Was there one on Earth? The sides of the stele contain code we have yet to unravel, but atop it, we found one large symbol, alien, yet familiar. A glyph that seems to symbolize uplifting, raising up, with several small dots scattered at its base. This last piece of the puzzle helped us understand some strange discoveries on this planet. The first evolved species here uplifted many other species through genetic engineering and bionic modifications, something that would never cross the minds of humans back on Earth. We will have plenty of time to ponder this and to study the stele on our journey to the next world. Let us hope this time we find more than just ashes.
Okay. Congratulations, you have completed the mission. Discard mission card M22. Okay, discarded. Move the R06 research project from the builder's landmark from research projects to the awaiting envelope. Okay, we need a different pile. Research projects, is that over here? I don't know. No, it's over this one. Research projects. Okay, so we need R06. These are C's. These are not it. These are production projects. Okay. R06. I've got a load of research projects that I'm just not started. Okay. There is the research project. Builder's landmark. The stele we brought from the planet's surface warrants further study. So this goes into the awaiting envelope. Okay, great. Move the objective 002 from eons past from the bridge cards to the awaiting. Okay, what number did it say? 02. So we've got a new objective. Find more builders' steles on nearby worlds. Brimstone in A81, Inf matchstick on NU4. Okay, the steles that produce the local civilization. Okay, so we put that in our awaiting as well. Move the objective card 02 to the awaiting envelope. We can do that. Okay, I'm going to tuck this up here for now, I guess. On many planets, you must return to the lander after fulfilling your objective. Here, simply place all your crew member models back on the lander sector in Section 1. Remove the L1 landing card from the scanner, then remove it from the game. Another landing on this planet is not possible. If there are any unique discoveries left on the board, discard one success if you have any to gain these discoveries. Important, each unique discovery can only be found on specific planetary exploration in the game. However, if you miss a unique discovery during your exploration, there's always the option to return to the planet to find it, unless it's here. Okay, if you gain it via other means later on the campaign, open the ship book at page 25, leaving the planet and begin ship management. Well, that's annoying, right? Because I really want to take an action down here to see if I can get these. I guess we just have to go. Okay, well, we know that for next time, right? Maybe we'd have done the things in a different order for that, but that's fine. Open the ship management book on page 25. Okay, we'll do this. We'll try and get this done in some kind of succinct fashion and see where we end up. So open up onto page 25. Okay, 23. 25. Leaving the planet, each crew member returns their section cards and section dice to their board. I'm not actually going to do that. I'm going to tuck these here and I'm going to put these here just because I think it helps us see the section boards with the dice in when we're making some decisions. So let's do that. Let's put these over here so we can see those. Perfect. Return all equipment cards from the planet board on the lander and any next to any crew boards to the armory. We can do that. So you go here, you two go here, and this one goes over here into the armory, which is over here. Not got enough room for all of this stuff. Okay, so you're in there. Perfect. Return any POI cards with the X icon. What icon is that? To the points of interest card tray. What is that symbol? How do I know what that symbol is? It's like a save icon. Okay, well, let's not do any of those. Okay, return any threat cards. Oh, I need to put the thingamajig card in the discarded thing. So this card, we're never going to go back here. So that goes there. Okay, return any threat cards. We don't have any. Return any optional missions to the mission card tray. We've done that as we went. Return all lead tokens to the lead bag. We've got some of those to do. Okay. Return all lead tokens, time tokens. Crew member minis. The lander standee, we didn't even get that. The start token and remaining dice token. And the extra action token. Wherever that is, the start one, there it is. Okay. Charges we can get rid of. Return all global conditions. Done. These can go over here as well, as can this one and this one. Okay. Return all global conditions. Return all lead tokens to the lead bag. Missions to the missions. Is there any other missions that we got? I don't think so. That's everything. Okay. Return any POI cards with the save disk icon to points of interest. I don't know where I see that. I can't see that any of these have got that icon. So I'm guessing that means they all go somewhere to the discard. Is there? Okay, so very quickly, that's the symbol we're looking for. So they do get saved. It's interesting, are we meant to make notes of what was left on the planet or anything? Component checks. Make sure the following components are left on the table. The planet board will, with all reveal POI cards without the save icon. Okay, so we'll leave that. Non-optional missions, unclaimed unique discoveries and threats with the save icon. Discard decks of cards, discovery cards, event cards and injury cards. Crew boards, crew member cards and injury cards. The lander board with the mods gathered, discoveries and unique discovery success tokens and rank up cards. Go to docking. Okay, we're flying through this. Docking. If there is at least one mission card on the planet board, or there are mission failed tokens on the lander, go to step 1. There isn't. Discard excess discoveries. The total combined number of discoveries is up to your board. We can have 5. We've only got 4, so we can skip that. Okay, assemble available crew. Each player takes all crew member from the resting crew. Okay, that's all of these. It's quite a lot of them. Okay. Take all from the resting crew, where they are now. Players who control more than one section. Crew members in your hand are known as available crew. You can never assign your last available crew member. Go to debriefing. Debriefing. Promote crew members. If the rank up card was flipped to the completed side during the latest exploration, you can rank up each crew member who is on the away team. So we need our rank up cards because our guys are getting promotions. Nice. So we need a 2 for you. So Aidan Oliver is now a level 2, whatever the rank might well be. You can go back in there. And Samarth Rampakash is also a level 2. So you come out of here and go into this one. Perfect. Okay. And that goes back in there. So that's that bit done. If you do replace the sleeves with a rank 1 higher, blah, 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 check to see if they meet the criteria and the rank up and number of success tokens based on their current rank. So if you ranked up the completed side during the planetary exploration, crew members who are on the away team and still alive, check to see if they meet the criteria shown on the rank up card. So that was 3 successes. Okay. If they do, replace their current rank sleeve with one of the rank higher, and return the crew member to their crew board. If there are no rank sleeves available, after checking all crew members, at least one of them gained a new rank, remove the rank up card from the game. If no crew member is ranked up, return the card to rank ups. Okay, done. Buy or sell dice. You may buy new dice for all sections. To do so, you must discard a number of success tokens. We have 6, so we can buy new dice. And it's going to be a pretty easy selection for some of them because we don't have enough spaces for them. Okay, so we'll do that in a second. Buy or sell dice, you may buy and sell dice. So we've actually got more success tokens because there's some in the bag, right? Take all success tokens from the lander or the success token slot of the planet board. So I'm guessing our success tokens from that bag would have been on there. Okay, add any success tokens to the bag. From the token bag. Buy or sell dice. You may buy or sell section dice. To do this, discard any number of success tokens from the success pool equal to the number of dice currently, then each section player. So we do this for everyone. So let's grab the dice. It's going to be fairly straightforward, just so you can see. Oh, you're not going to see those, they're green. Just so you can see the number of dice that we've got. It's going to be fairly straightforward because we want to get dice for level 1 people. And if we zoom in on the player board, which you'll just about be able to see, this is the only slot left for a player 1. So we can take these dice. What we should probably look at is what we've got and what we haven't got. So in pink, we have computers and shields, and arms. So I think I'm going to take one of these eyeballs. We saw it come up a few times. I'm going to take... Oh no, we need a blue one. I think I'm going to take a computer. Why not? We'll take a computer one and put that in there. Oh no, we've got computers on green dice, so maybe we'll take the science one. How about that? So now we've got at least something that's going to give us science, if it comes to it. Don't know if that's the best way, but there we go. Now, on our player 1 board, we can either have a green or a blue. What have we got in our purples? No blues. We have... we've got reds convert to scouting or recon, and reds convert to shields. So we, you know what, it's an easy... Oh no, we can't have a red one. We want pickaxes, really. Do we have an eyeball? Maybe we get an eyeball. Or let's do a blue one, maybe. Let's get a... We could get another Vanguard one for them. Let's do it. We're going to take a second Vanguard die for them. Okay. So that's that one. Let's get our player boards for the other two areas. So the other two areas are science. Science is purple. So we have 3 cards for that one. We've got eyeballs, science, and computers. And our dice are, we should just check. Our dice are 3 green, so we really want, and this is what I was saying, having the boards out really help because you see what dice you roll. So maybe a blue one, maybe another red one. Should we get a red pickaxe? Why not? Let's get a red pickaxe for them. We haven't got any pickaxes, so I feel like it could be important to get one. There we go. So that's that. And now we're into engineering. So let's get the dice for engineering. This is such a mess. Okay. Our engineering dice are 2 red, 1 green, and 3 blues. Okay, that doesn't help us see what these are. Okay. So, do we want another blue or do we want a green? I don't really know what's useful. Our yellows, we've got eyeballs, we've got computers, and we've got DNA, whatever those symbols are. So maybe let's get a blue. And should we get a blue computer? Why not? We haven't seen many of those come up, so let's do that. Okay, so that was buy some things. We used 6 of that. The reason it's 6 is because we already had 6 die. So that's that. And it's important because we can recover up to half of our dice rounded. So we're going to recover 4 when we rest going forward. Okay, so let's tuck these out of the way for now. Oh my god, I made such a mess. Right, buy or sell dice. You may also sell dice from your section as long as this does not reduce the number of dice in the section to fewer than 4. When you sell dice, each player takes 1 die from their section compartment, returns it to the box, then add 4 success tokens to the success pool. You can only sell dice once per ship management. So once we've got these up and running, we can start tailoring them, right? Unloading, okay. Unload unique discoveries. So we've got 4 discoveries here. 2 of them are unique. I'm just going to tuck these out of the way for now if I can. Let's put this over here. Let's put this over here. Okay, let's get your minis out of the way. And we'll see if we can move this up just slightly. So we are taking our unique discoveries. We have Unique Discovery 2 and Unique Discovery 3. Unload unique discoveries when unloaded. When an unload effect of a unique discovery on the lander on your found discovery slot on the planet board, then move them. In any order, resolve when unloaded effect. So this has got ship management when unloaded. Place research card R05 scintillating shard into the awaiting envelope. Research card RO5. Did I grab that one? Don't know. RO5. No, I did not. Okay. So that's that one. So that goes into Unique Discovery 2. When we fill this line up, we're going to get a reward. This one, when you gain this card, each crew member draws a card. So we've done that. This is Unique Discovery 3. So next, if we can discover Unique Discovery 4, we'll have completed this and we'll get whatever this is. So move card B11, Hall of Trophies over. We also have two other things. So gain bonus bridge upgrades. If you complete a full row, gain a bridge upgrade. We haven't done that. For example, if you have discoveries 1 to 4, we haven't got those. Unload other discoveries. In any order, resolve the when unloaded effect. So we've got one of any non-unique discoveries on the lander or in the found discovery slot of the planet board. Then move these cards to the gathered discovery tray B. So when unloaded, you may discard this card to draw one random discovery of any type. Do we want to do that? I don't really know, because this is a rare alien tech. Right, do I want to? You may discard this card to draw any other one. Now these are both alien techs, so maybe doing it so we've got something different would be wise. So let's do that. You may discard it. I guess that means it goes back into the deck. Don't know. I mean, that's what a discard would do, right? So let's put it back in here. And then, do we want a live specimen, a strange flora, a microorganism, or a mineral? Live specimen, strange flora. I'm going to take mineral. That might help us with stuff, right? Okay, this is a rare mineral. Interesting. When unloaded, you may discard this to draw any one random type. Let's do it. Let's just do another rare mineral. Okay, we've got just a normal mineral, an incorporeal ore. This discovery does not count against your lander's discovery limit. Okay, so we've got that. This goes back into the thing. I don't know if that makes any difference. Okay, so we shuffle these. That goes back in there. And these, what did it say to do? Unload other discoveries. When you unloaded, you place them in the non-unique discoveries on the lander. Found discoveries on the planet board, then move these in any order when unloaded effect on the non-discoveries on the lander board found or in the found discovery slot on the planet board, then move these cards to the gathered discoveries in tray B. Gathered discoveries. Okay, so the front here. So these two go in here. Okay, that is that. This needs to go in our envelope, so let's put this over here. Okay, store the lander, return the lander board to the box. Okay, go to the med bay. We're flying through this. Okay, med bay. Install med bay upgrades, we have none. Release non-injured crew, we don't have any. Crew members in the med bay recover, we don't have any. Injured crew members, place any injured but alive crew members from the away team into the empty med bay slot corresponding to the number of injuries. They have one injury. They have light injuries, so this dude has light injuries, which means you are going in injury 1. Here. There you go. Injury 1. Light injuries. If a crew member moves right from this slot, and we move each crew member currently in med bay 1 slot to the right. So next time we'll get you back. Perfect. Okay. Make for survival checks. Each crew in critical, we don't have any. Go to the memorial wall. Nobody died, so we should be fine. Place each dead thing in here. Crew member here. Store the crew boards and go to page 39, save point. Okay, let's just do this and then we'll wrap up. And then next time we'll be back with the ship section. The most convenient time to end your play session. If you want to continue, go to the bridge. We don't. Record your current planet board. If the landing card that matches the name of your current planet was removed from the game, skip this step. So we don't do any of these. Save other card trays. Return all threat cards to their matching standees box. Return all POI cards on the player board to the point of interest, card A. Return all unique discoveries. We don't have any. Place all available crew cards in player's hand in the awaiting envelope. Okay. I feel like these were meant to go to... these were meant to go to the thing, right? Did I miss that? About putting them in there. Maybe it was on the medbay thing. I'll just go back and see if I missed it. Okay, where were we? All available crew members cards in hand to the awaiting. Place the planetary scanner in the awaiting. Place tokens from success command and energy pools in the token band and awaiting. Return remaining POI cards to the point of interest tray. Okay, did I say that twice? Close the Planetopedia shuffle. So I'm just going to go back to the medbay. Because did it tell me to put people in the thing? Debriefing. Where's the medbay? Unloading. I went past it. Hold on. Medbay. Return all injury cards back to the injury deck. It must be here somewhere, right? I must be missing it to say put your people back in the thing. And where's the clear the player boards? It must be on the next page. The crew board should be empty at this point. Place them back. So I must have missed it here. So it's not on this section. It must be here somewhere, right? I'm sorry to waste all your time. Strap in. So we've landed, cleaning up the planet. We're leaving the planet. We're docking. Assemble all available crew members. Each player takes all resting crew from their hand into their hand. Crew members on the crew board that were... Leave crew members on the crew board where they are for now. Players who control more than one section. Okay, so it's not here. Go to debriefing. Create success if there are no rank sleeves. All crew members, if at least one gained a rank, remove the rank up card from the game. Create the success pools. Buy dice. Buying and selling. Unloading. I don't know where I've missed it. Gain a bridge upgrade. Unload other discoveries. Store the lander. It must be in here somewhere, right? Now we're on to medbay. Okay, then we're on to the memorial wall. So it must be on this last page. Either that or I'm just a massive tool. Remove all threat cards. Return POI to the POI board. Return all unique discoveries. Place all crew members' cards in hand in the awaiting envelope. Place the planetary scanner in the awaiting envelope. Place any tokens. Return any POI to the point of interest. Close the store the Planetopedia. Shuffle discard event cards. And then it doesn't say it. I must be missing it. I'll find it, and I'm pretty sure these guys just go into the resting crew. So I think we've just got one in there and one injured. But there you go. That was ISS Vanguard. A little bit of struggle with the tidy up phase, but I'll just reread it all again just to make sure I haven't missed anything. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe button, all of that stuff. Go and check out the Patreon. We're going to start doing a campaign log over there to just have a basically is my thoughts on how it's going so far and what we've found out and all of those things. So feel free to go and check that out. And we'll be back next week with another episode. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.